So now again so many uses of microorganisms are there. Now while we are ill, then we are taking the tablets. Yes, doctor prescribes some capsule, injection or medicine. So what it is, these medicines destroy the pathogens or retard their growth. Means these medicines destroy the whatever may be the harmful or some virus or bacteria enter in our body, they destroyed them. So they are called antibodies. So how they prepared? Antibodies are produced with the help of specific microbes only. By using specific microorganisms only they produced. Again, disease like tuberculosis, typhoid, cholera, etc., which were previously considered incurable for previous days, age, these diseases are very dangerous because it is incurable, but now it come under control because of these antibiotics. Now not only human being, these medicines are useful for animal also. Okay, these medicines are useful for animal also and for plant also to control their disease. Okay, now one thing you have to always remember, which thing, though antibiotics are useful for curing the certain diseases, they can be harmful if used without consulting a physician. Yes, with our own decision, if we take any medicines or antibiotics, then it is harmful to our body. Hence, a course of antibiotics should be completed strictly following the doctor's prescriptions. In fact, we should not take any medicines on our own to treat ailments like body aches, headaches, common colds, etc. So many persons have that habit. From medicals only they are taking the tablets, but it is very harmful to our health. So with the concern of doctor only we have to take the antibiotics. Okay, now find out why are infants vaccinated to a fixed time schedule. What is vaccine? So for the baby have the vaccination for 1 month, then for 6 months, then for 9 months. So after a fixed time of duration they have the vaccine. So why they have? To increase their immune system. To increase their immune system, again they have to resist or they have to fight with harmful microorganisms. They have to fight with disease. They have to fight with harmful microorganisms. So to make their health properly fit and fine, the infants have the vaccination after a fixed period of time. Nowadays we are facing the problem of coronavirus, no, as it is also virus. It is very minute in size, so we are unable to see that virus. Okay, as their size is very small, but it is surrounding to us in air is there. If people are talking, then there from mouth also they are throwing in a air. So these nowadays the scientists or doctors are making research to make a vaccine on coronavirus, with the help of which things they have to make by using microbes only. By using microorganisms only they have to make a vaccine. Now what is a vaccine? Vaccine is produced in a laboratory with the help of microorganisms only, which give immunity against a particular disease. If we have been vaccinated against a disease, means our immune system is increased. There we have the power to resist that disease. Okay, now microbes are also used in process like tanning of skin, production of ropes, strings from agave. So some microbes use oil for their growth. Such microbes are used to clear a layer of oil floating on the surface of an ocean or lake formed due to lake or a spill to clear an oil slick. Now from waste, human urine, feces, wet garbage, etc. is collected and used in a biogas plant to produce biogas or fertilizer. So there also microorganisms are useful to us. So many uses of microorganisms are there. Okay, so microorganisms are very useful. Now along with their useful, they have some harmful microorganisms also there. There have some harmful microorganisms also there. So as we keep that bread or chapati in a lunch box for 3 to 4 days and we forgot it to open, so what will happen after 3 to 4 days? If we open it, we observe that there is a growth of fungus. Okay, bad smell is coming. As it is fungus, fungus means what? It is one type of microorganism only. Yes, it is a microbes only. But is it that microbes are useful? No, this fungus is harmful to our health. Again, in jam, jellies, pickles, if we keep open it for a long time, okay, so we are observing their black particles or white particles. So what it is? Fungus only. Fungus grow quickly on moist and stale food. So these microorganisms spoil the food. These microorganisms spoil the food. So which create a food poison. Which create a food poison. If we eat like that food only, so it make a food poison. As they use food stuff for their own nutrition, some microbes release toxic material. As these fungus release a toxic materials into food, and such toxin spoils the food. Eating such a spoiled food can cause loose motions or loose motions and vomiting. So that is means what? These microorganisms are harmful to us. Our brain power. How will you know that food stuff is spoiled? How we can know that? As their color change, their smell change, their taste change. Okay. Then what precautions will you take while purchasing food? We have to see that food. We have to see is it prepared fresh or not. Then we have to see that area also. Is it that food materials are open only, or it packed, that also. Then if we are taking that packing food material, then we have to check their date. Okay, why do food poisoning incident occur during marriage or other community feast? As during their uh, functions, their cleanliness is not there. Cleanliness is not there. Again, sometimes they are using the low quality food materials. Because of that also, it could create a food poisoning. Now always remember, eat fresh and properly cover food. Drink boiled water. Hold a handkerchief over your mouth and nose when you cough or sneeze. Nowadays this is very important to avoid from corona disease. Don't allow garbage and water to accumulate around your house. Now the next part is pathogens, disease producing microorganism. Pathogen means what? The microorganism which produce disease, they are called the pathogens. Pathogen may be present in water bodies contaminated with sewage or dirt from surrounding. Again, in food left uncovered in unhygienic condition with house flies sitting on it. So because of this situation, they create a pathogens. If such contaminated food or water is consumed, we may fall ill with a disease of alimentary canal like amoebiasis, typhoid, cholera, hepatitis, gastro, etc. Pathogens are released in the air when a person having an infection of the respiratory tract sneezes or cough. When that infected person sneeze or cough, from their mouth microorganisms are enter in air. A healthy person may get infected with such pathogens or on breathing in same air and contract disease like common cold, cough, diphtheria, pneumonia, tuberculosis, etc. Nowadays, coronavirus is spreading because of this reason only. Yes or no? If infected person are coming in contact with the healthy person, these microbes get contaminated with that person. Yes or no? Because of the talking or sneezing, coughing, as the healthy person get infected. Then mosquitoes reproduce in places like garbage, drains, stagnant water. Microbes that causes disease like malaria, dengue, elephantiasis, yellow fever, chikungunya, Zika fever, so etc. get entry into human body through the bite of female mosquito. As the mosquito bite, their microorganism enter in our body and we are suffer with that disease. So nowadays Our government organized Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, so which is very important to avoid the disease. So cleanliness is very important. Not only our house, our surrounding area also we have to keep clean. Our school, where we are going, garden or other house or our surrounding area also we have to keep cleanly. Now find out which disease do microorganisms cause in plants and animals. Plants and animals also microorganisms cause the diseases. In plants they are having some spotting on their leaves, black spot or white spots because of the microorganism. On animal also they are causing the diseases. For example, that dog having the rabies disease. This is also because of the microorganism. So along with human being, plants and animals also cause a disease because of the microorganisms. See again one question. What is the correlation between normal body temperature of human, which is 37 degrees Celsius, and the optimum temperature for the growth of microorganisms, 15 degrees Celsius to 35 degrees Celsius? As our human body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius, okay, normal body temperature is 37. If we are have the infection about the microorganism, so what will happen? Our immune system starts rising the body temperature to destroy the microorganisms. To destroy the microorganisms, our body temperature get increased. Yes or no? Because the what is the growth of microorganism, which temperature they need? 15 degree Celsius to 35 degrees Celsius. Okay, and our normal body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius. So though there is a growth of microorganisms, our fever, when we have the fever means temperature increases. So it is one type of to destroy the microorganisms only. Okay, now next question, can you tell what happen if cloth remain damp in the rainy season? As they have the damp, as the reason rainy seasons are there, clothes cannot get dry. Okay, the clothes remain damp, so they are having the bad smell, or they're having the dirty odor. So because of that odor, that flies or mosquitoes or they some insects, they are roaming around that cloth. Yes. So then next question, what are the black and white spots sometimes seen on a gunny bags? Because of the fungal growth, they're having the black and white spot on a gunny bags. Why are leather article like purses, wallets, belts, footwear always polished before storing away? So before storing we have to polish it to avoid the growth of fungus. To avoid the growth of fungus we have to polish it time to time. Next one, what is the powdery material found in old currency notes or old rubber or paper? So on old notes or old currency notes or rubbers paper, we find that powdery, it is because of the fungal growth. It is because due to the fungal growth we observe that powdery form. Then all the materials mentioned above, yes, because of that fungal growth. In a humid atmosphere, fungi or some other microorganisms grow on these articles and they spoil or damage them. So along with useful, along with their use, that some microorganisms which are very harmful to us, which create a very dangerous diseases also, which create a fungus, which create a food poison. So along with use, they have the some harm also because of that microorganisms. So here we conclude the lesson number 11. In that lesson we have studied about the cell, yes, their structure, then their size, cell size, two types of cell, animal cell, plant cell, then their function, their components, then microorganism, their growth, occurrence, nature, and then we have seen about the useful microorganisms and harmful microorganisms. So that is pathogens which create a disease. So here we conclude the lesson number 11. I think everyone have understood the lesson. First you read out the lesson properly. 2 times. You have to read out 2 times. Then underline the new words. Then when you get the CW, in next week you will get the CW. So then you have to start writing the exercise. In your CW, first you have to write the new words and then you have to start writing about the exercise. Understood everyone? Okay. Thank you.